Wind chill warnings coating the state. Dangerously low wind chills on the way this morning, but a weekend warm-up on the way.
Plus, we're following a developing story out of Minneapolis.
Several people rushed to the hospital during an overcrowded event at a mosque in South Minneapolis. The problems first responders had to deal with trying to get to the scene.
And a suspected Chinese spy balloon is floating over Montana this morning. Why U.S. officials are refusing to take it down.
What do you think, Zoe? Can I do it?
Then, from shampooing to styling, the local hair salon helping daddies learn how to properly take care of their daughter's hair. It's Friday, February 3rd. You're watching KARE 11 News Sunrise. Well, good Friday morning to you. Woo! Woo! We made it. We did it. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Rena Sargentopoulos, Alicia Lewis. Wearing our red today.
Go Red for Women.
Go Red for Women.
February's Heart Month, and today we focus on women because it's the #1 killer of women.
It is.
1 in 3, I think, die, what was it, a day of heart disease?
I
gotta
don't know,
look up
but you're gonna
let me
look up the
stats
statistics
again. But it's important to
Yes,
highlight.
it is. And my mama is a heart disease survivor, a triple bypass heart attack survivor. So we're red for mama today. So.
We're Red for Mama, of course, for women everywhere. So if you're getting ready this morning, put a little red in your outfit, right, Guy?
And I have red in my outfit too. I have a red pocket square, and you'll see that throughout the broadcast too when I start taking this off inside. But it's cold out here, so I had to bundle up with the big jacket, the big one today, because temperatures are already cold enough. 11 below. It feels like 25 below once you factor in the wind chill. And guess what? This is actually warmer than what it felt like moments ago. You know, we were seeing wind chills moments ago right around 29 below, close to 30 below here in the Twin Cities. So we are moving up in the right direction. Northwest winds right around 6 miles per hour, but still we're looking at a period where temperatures will be cooling. So I'm tracking warmer temperatures on the way. Stick around for that.
Guy, thank you. Let's give you a look at the roads. On this Friday, if you're getting ready to head out right now, it is cold, so plan for that. But other than that, there's no crashes to report, and drive times are still looking average metro-wide. And as we've been saying all morning long, you're going to want to crank the heat today and really bundle up. This is the thermometer in the KARE 11 backyard. As you can see right now, nearing the -20 mark. So yeah, it is cold out there. That is our top story this morning, how dangerous it can be too.
Yeah, guys been telling us the wind chills will be around 25 below in the metro. Up north, the wind chill will be even worse. And Cece is here with how this cold air will impact you. Good morning, Cece.
Good morning. Yeah, I think this cold's getting a little too used to sticking around.
Yeah.
But if you can, stay home today. Please do that if you can. But as you can see here, some schools have already decided to close for the day. I know Hennepin schools, K-8 and daycare closed today. That's a big deal. But since I talked to you 30 minutes ago, the number of schools that have changed up their schedules has increased to 20. Some schools on your screen are closed, others have moved to distance learning, and then others are just delayed by a couple of hours. But this cold isn't just impacting the metro, though. If you take a look at this tweet from the National Weather Service up in Duluth, they posted just crazy wind chills from about 10 last night. If you see here, we have Grand Marais, the highest, at 42 below. We have Superior at 22 below, Hibbing 41 below, and it's just going to keep getting colder. And it's really the same story for people in the northeast part of the country. I'm sure they're also not leaving their house this morning with dangerous wind chills as cold as 50 below set to blast the area. More than 15 million people are under wind chill warnings or advisories. The alerts start this morning and then last through a Saturday afternoon. But we have a new video into our newsroom from how the weather is starting to play out northeast, and we'll show you that in about 30 minutes.
All right, thank you, Cece. We'll check in soon.
And if you're out today, make sure you download the free KARE 11 weather app. You can get personalized forecasts while you're out on the move. You can find it wherever you get your apps. Some new developments about an event at a South Minneapolis mosque that police say became so overcrowded that people started fainting.
Yeah, at least 10 people were sent to the hospital. And Jen, you now have some new information about what happened.
Yeah, so Alicia, Rena knew overnight. The faith group Stronger Together Minnesota sent out a tweet just about an hour and a half ago. They said it was their speaking engagement. They take responsibility and they're reviewing what happened. Meanwhile, a few of their upcoming events have been canceled. Minneapolis police say the building was over capacity and adults and children were fainting and getting hurt. They said more than 10 of those people needed emergency medical treatment and were taken to the hospital. This is where it happened, around 7 last night, the Islamic Center off 13th Avenue and 28th Street in South Minneapolis, the Abu Bakr as-Sadiq Islamic Center. Police said ambulances could not get to the building because of all that deadlocked traffic and crowds, which you see right there in the video. So emergency crews actually had to walk to the site. They also had to bring in traffic control. This morning, we do not know how those hospitalized people are doing. CARE Minnesota said the mosque was hosting a guest from out of town who drew in a larger crowd than expected.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Jen.
This morning, a high-profile Twin Cities murder case is under investigation by the Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison's office. So here's what's happening.
I'm Lou Raguse. The Minnesota Attorney General's office's new conviction review unit is just starting to look into the high-profile murder conviction of Maayan Burrell. Burrell was released from prison in December 2020 after serving 18 years for the death of Taisha Edwards. His sentence was commuted, but he wants a full exoneration. The prosecutor who convicted him in his second trial in 2008 believes the process has gotten political and the truth is getting lost. The Conviction Review Unit now has access to the Hennepin County Attorney Office's files and will appoint a small panel that hasn't reviewed the case before to give it a fresh set of eyes.
3 people are dead in what police are calling a murder-suicide in Bloomington. Police got a call Wednesday night just before 8:30 about a man slumped over in a pickup truck off of 494 near Minnesota Drive and France Avenue.
There is no danger to the public, and this appears to be a tragic murder-suicide for some people who at this point appear to have some business financial dealings.
Police believe the victims are a father and son and a business associate. The medical examiner will release the names after autopsies. Police are asking anyone with information about this to reach out to them.
New this morning, a bill requiring electricity in Minnesota to go carbon-free by 2040 is on its way to Governor Walz's desk. The 100% by 2040 bill would require all of the state's electricity to come from carbon-free sources like wind or solar in the next 17 years. Walz is expected to sign the bill into law. And another bill is moving on in the Senate this morning. Last night, the House passed a bill that would restore voting rights to felons in Minnesota. Under current law, felons can't vote until their full sentence is complete. That includes probation and parole. This DFL-backed bill would allow anyone who is no longer incarcerated the right to vote.
We have a system that has said these individuals are deemed to be safe to re-enter the community, and we should make those individuals whole by restoring their vote, and that's what we plan to do.
Happening today, Governor Walz will sign legislation establishing a new state holiday for Minnesota. The Juneteenth recognition bill will make June 19th an official state holiday. The holiday commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. It was on that day in 1865 that slaves in Galveston, Texas, learned of the Emancipation Proclamation 2.5 years prior. President Biden signed the legislation, making Juneteenth a federal holiday back in June of 2021. Well, this morning, the Crown Act is officially law here in Minnesota. Governor Walz signed the bill, which bans discrimination based on someone's natural hairstyle or texture. Minnesota is one of more than a dozen states now that have passed a Crown Act.
Later this morning, rail workers are set to rally in Minneapolis as they fight for a new contract. Canadian Pacific Railway, the second largest railroad in Minnesota, has yet to reach a contract agreement with more than half of its U.S. workers. It comes despite congressional action that helped avert a rail strike last year. Today, union members will be out near the CP headquarters after spending more than a year directly negotiating with the railroad.
Turning back to weather now, we can't stress enough how dangerous these temperatures are. And in fact, Guy, you gave us the guidance yesterday. We pulled all our reporters from doing their live shots, and you're only out there for a couple of minutes.
Right, yeah, I'm only out here for a couple of minutes. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not a human being and I don't get cold for a couple of minutes. But hey, you know, I can definitely at least I have the luxury of going back inside, warming up as well, and also have this big coat. But yeah, it was a great decision to make. Keep those reporters inside. You know, it's just cold. If you don't have to be out in here in this cold, then why bother, right? All right, if you do have to be out, you know, some folks work outside, you know, construction workers or whatever that may be. I don't know the threshold for not working outside, but, you know, first responders still have to go out in this stuff. Layers. You got 25 below, that's to feel like 11 below. That's our current temp. Northwest winds at 6 miles per hour. So a frigid start, but temperatures will be warming up. I mean, we've already had a blast of this Arctic air earlier in the week. So this is just kind of stubborn at this point. You know, we saw a little bit of relief midweek. Now the end of the week, as we close the, you know, the work week, we got another round of this stuff. So again, another cold period for 7 a.m. At the top of the next hour, another cold period, but there's a little relief. 12 below is I can't believe I'm saying this, but a whole lot warmer than 24 below, right? It's all relative. At some point, you just gotta laugh here at this. But we live in Minnesota. 11 below later on this afternoon and evening will be the wind chill values later on. Temperatures will continue to rise. We'll shake this Arctic air. Wait till you see the 7-day forecast. I got a treat for you folks who love warmer temperatures. This is overnight. It's Friday night. Right? So I don't know what your plans may be, but if you're going to be out and about, if the cold won't stop you from enjoying yourself, then here will be our current temps and we'll start warming up too. So that will be nice to see that. Here's your 3-day forecast. Quick warm up on Saturday, 31 for your forecast high Saturday. Beautiful. Sunday, 33. Also coming up in my 7-day forecast, I'm going to dig into next week. Warmer air, well above average temperatures next week. So something to look forward to, but I'm also tracking the chance for some precip. So more on that coming up.
Guy, thank you. Right now, U.S. officials are looking into a device that's been seen flying over parts of the United States.
Yeah, in less than 3 minutes, what the Defense Department believes it could be.
Plus, it's National Children's Dental Health Month. And we're sitting down with the nonprofit Give Kids a Smile, a way you can help get kids the dental care they need.
And Sunrise is off to the races, but with a different four-legged animal. We're going to show you the history of the Klondike Dog Derby. That's at 6:15.
That's on Minnetonka, right? In Excelsior.
Starts and finishes there. And it
Ooh.
goes around the whole lake.